Reverend Raff and Beer Buddy, rocking round the world. What's happening, everybody? I am the Reverend Raff, joined once again by my good friend Kyle, aka the Beer Buddy.
What's going on, everybody?
We are the two dudes who talk music, and we are back with another throbbing episode of Rockin' Round the World. Yes. That's right. This is our series where we look at this beautiful map here and we find a random band from somewhere in the world and check them out and let you guys know what we think, and then maybe help you guys find some more cool music to check out too. Before we dive into that though, we drop 6 videos a week over here. That's right, 6 videos a week. We have reactions, we have the podcast, we have band interviews, mainly from Australia, but from all over the world. We had some really cool stuff lately, so go and check those out. If you enjoy our videos and you enjoy our content, it would mean a lot if you consider subscribing and hitting that little notification bell. It really, pressing those buttons, it makes YouTube happy. It shows more people our stuff. And hey, if you enjoy our stuff, maybe you think other people will enjoy it too. If you can help us out, it'd be amazing. We do also have a Patreon, couple bucks a month, just to help sort of cover some of our costs, because we're not big timers. We do this. Money. We do this in our spare time because we love it. But obviously, it'd be nice if some of our, we didn't have to be paying so much out of our pockets for it. But hey, if not, that's fine. We appreciate everyone's asking you to sign up for their stuff these days.
From here on out, it's pretty much all going towards getting ourselves back out to the desert this year anyway.
Basically. But anyway, yes, we are here for Rockin' Round the World, and we are going to do this. So basically, if you've never seen an episode before, first of all, hello. Secondly, see this big old map here. We hit the random button. We try and find a cool band from somewhere in the world that we're less familiar with. We try not to repeat countries, and we try not to do places like US and Canada and the UK and Australia that we're maybe a bit more familiar with the culture behind the metal from there. And we want to try and find stuff from more unique places around the world that we're less familiar with. That's the goal. That's why we call it Rockin' Round the World, because the goal is to explore new places. We have had a ton of really cool bands in all kinds of different styles from all over the world. And today is hopefully going to be no different. So I'm going to hit this randomizer, and we are going to try and find something. If we hit it a few times and we don't get anything, we will we'll pick a country and check something out from there. So let's go, baby. Come on. What have you got for us today? United States. No, thank you. No. What about next? Come on. Sweden. Have we done Sweden?
We haven't done Sweden.
We haven't. I know we did Finland.
I mean, we just had a band. We just had from Switzerland.
Switzerland, thank you.
So that's like, it sounds the same.
1,000 kilometers away.
It sounds the same, but it's not.
I made that mistake on a trivia quiz once. My team was not very happy with me.
Yeah. The difference is, but see, that's the thing. You say 1,000 kilometers. I'm an Australian. That means dick to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the next state. For Europeans, that's 5 countries away. All right. Well, I don't know. We have not done Sweden before.
They got a demo out last year.
Yep. So we are going to try and find something from these guys. It's Likboden. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. From Sweden. So we're going to try and pull this demo up, see what we can find, and we'll be right back with you. All right. We found them. We are going to check this one out. This is, it's a video on YouTube, but I think it's just a still image with the music. But we got Likboden. Again, sorry if we're pronouncing that wrong. Our pronunciation on some of these is going to be horrendous. Likboden with Jarnater. Sorry if I just offended half the country there. But we are going to dive in and check this one out now. This is a black metal band from Sweden. Let's give it a shout. I'm liking that guitar tone already. Okay, just before we keep going. Oh, you are gone, my man.
I'm so sorry, man. I don't know
All
what
good,
happened.
dude.
I don't know what happened there.
I thought you were just kind of sitting there entranced by it, and then it turns out no, you were just frozen.
That's what I thought happened to me, and I'm like, the music stopped. Why'd the music stop, bruh? I thought it was about to drop into something big because it just went out of nowhere and it went, ooh, and you didn't move.
All right, let me just tee this again.
Okay.
Big thing. This is where something's happening.
Yeah.
All right, let's try that. Take 2. Sorry about that, guys. We had a little bit of a technical snafu.
Better not do it again.
We're going to try this one again. We found them. Likboden, Yarnatter. So sorry if I'm offending anyone with my terrible pronunciation there. That's going to be a recurring thing during this series, I'm afraid. It's just something that's going to come up because we are uncultured Australian bogans and we have no clue about how to properly pronounce things from the rest of the world. So please accept our sincerest apologies.
If we were going to do the full bogan version, it'd be like Likboden with Jägermeister, because that's closest thing that I can recognize.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, we're going to dive in and check this out now. We're going to go along. We're going to be discussing it, pausing it as we go. I get the sense this might be a one-person project.
That's what I was just thinking, man. I'm really interested. It's always hard when you get these one-man armies.
Yeah. When you get these like single-person projects, it can be challenging because like it's I know it can be really hard to get everything done by oneself. Believe me, I know how hard it can be to do that kind of stuff all yourself. But yeah, we're going to check it out and give some thoughts and discussions and feedback as we go through. Here we go. I do like this guitar tone.
It is beautiful.
Just letting it ring, bit of to know if it's played or programmed. See, okay, I want to compare and contrast this to what we had last week.
Yes,
a little bit because we had a black metal band last week, and you know what? I think next time if we get more black metal bands on this, we might have to skip them because we seem to get a lot of black metal in this series, and I don't know if that just speaks to the global popularity of the genre or if it's just luck that we're landing on a lot of these. But I think we're going to have to skip if we get many more black metal bands because we just seem to be getting a lot of them from all over the world. And while it is good and while it is part of the intent, we would like a bit more variety. So anyway, 100%. That's a side note. But I do want to compare and contrast it to last week's one, a band called Broaden from Brazil. Still doing the black metal thing. Much like this, the mix was on the thinner side, but I think Broaden's mix from last week was slightly better balanced.
It was much better balanced so far.
We've heard this one, and this is not to try and shit on this dude. Like, dude, if you're doing, especially if this is all you, like fucking props, dude. Like this shit is not easy to do on your own. Like all the credit in the world to you, man. This is just like our sort of feedback and critique, I guess, on these mixes. If we're
but in saying that, this is where the problem is of having no outside feedback because the guitars are too far forward in the mix.
Yeah, I think They are kind of burying a lot of other stuff right now.
because there's so much potential on those drums to let him just sort of like, I don't know if it's regardless of whether they're programmed or not, he wrote them.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether I know people are going to shit on me for that, but when you're a one-man wrecking ball and you want to do that,
I will always go in to defend programmed drums. Yep. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it.
The way I see it is like
you use the resources that you have that are within your budget. It's as simple as that.
It's not even that. It's like when you see those maestros with the wavy bloody, what are they? The
baton.
What are they called again? The
baton.
And and what are they called?
I think that's what it's called.
Or are they
the
maestros?
Conductor.
The conductor. Oh, man, those people write music for all those parts. They can't play all those instruments. Like someone has written that score for all those parts. So it makes sense. But
no, I do get what you mean.
Dropping those guitars back a bit, because there's so much going on with those drums there. It feels like a bit of a waste having those guitars sit.
I agree. I would like to see a better balance. I would love it if this had those drums and guitars balanced a little bit better. Because as well, like we said, last week's mix, while it was on the thinner side, it wasn't harsh.
No.
I worry that this mix is leaning a little bit too close to the harshness of it. Look, mix aside though, let's move on from talking about the mix, because I don't want this to just descend into full on mix critique. We need to try. I apologize that seems to happen. Yes. We are trying to work on that and get away from that. Please just let us work on it, please. But
give us room.
The song wise, like music wise, songwriting wise, I think he's right in the pocket, which is good.
Yes.
The vibe is there for sure.
Yeah. One thing I do appreciate is when he came out in that first part, it wasn't just a whole bunch of like really fast picking to keep up with the drums. It was just nice open notes to sort of just go.
Taking it embracing that melody again, which is something that I think when black metal is doing it really well. When you're nailing that, it's a nice balance between the dark melodies and the intensity of the production style and the riffs. Let's keep going. Let's see where it goes. I'm curious if there's going to be any vocals or not.
Yeah.
Is there like some kind of synths in the background there?
I'm trying to hear it.
Yeah, let's have a squint your ears if you can.
Yeah. You know what? Musician, that'll only make sense to musicians. Yep. Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I'm getting a weird like King Parody sort of vocal.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I reckon this guy might be a bit of a King Parrot fan. It's got that real sort of raw.
I hear it. I'm like, now that you've said that, I'm like, oh yeah, that could be Youngie.
Yeah,
that could absolutely be Youngie. Okay. Yeah, like I mean, from a composition side, great.
Yeah,
like it's great. It's all of that's there. You know, again, could be a slightly better balance between the different elements of the song, but you know, we've said that already.
Yeah.
We've said that already. But yeah, like there's a lot. Look, this is the first thing that this guy's released for this project.
And if he's done a single project,
came out 9 months ago.
Like, man,
I don't know how old this dude is. I don't know what he's done previously. I don't know how much experience he's got in all of these relative fields. I don't know if he's mixed this himself or got his friend to mix it or how much whoever's done it.
If
But
you'd like to
like,
talk to us about that, dude, come on
you
the
know,
podcast.
I'm yeah, like there's I know how insulting this phrase can be, but I genuinely do not mean it that way. I do not mean to be patronizing him when I'm saying this, but the potential here is crazy.
Yes.
Like
No, I agree.
this is the kind of thing where you're like, okay, I can see, like I can see the vision.
Mm.
I can see where you're trying to go with it. It's not there yet.
Mm.
It's not there yet, and it's not a shitty thing to say that it's not there yet. But I can absolutely see where you're going and where you're trying to shoot for with this, and where you're trying to shoot for with it. I dig it. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that. So let's keep going. Let's see where it's going. I think we're going into like a slightly different part here. So let's check this out. I'm trying to work out what effects are on the vocals.
I'm
Because I
really
get
annoyed
why.
because I can hear, I can just hear all those drums in the background, and some of the tom sounds are really, really good. They're so like thick and turn it up. Turn it up just a little bit.
I'm trying to figure out, like, I don't know if there's like some, like a clipper or some kind of like after effect of just, distortion or whatever on
Yeah.
there. Or if it's
Sounds a bit
like,
raw. Sounds very raw.
yeah, but this is what I'm just trying to figure out if that's like if the distortion and everything on there is an intentional effect, or if it's just, where they're dealing with, limited quality gear that they're over, that's getting clipped because the vocals are too much, for that particular unit to handle. How they've recorded those, how they've done them, I'm not entirely sure. But like, it fits with the vibe of the song, absolutely. It fits with how the rest of the song
Oh
sits and
yeah.
everything. But I'm yeah, I was just trying to work out if it was any kind of after, like, plugins or effects done after it was recorded, or if it's
Mm.
just kind of how it was captured. But anyway, that's just my little nerdy producer brain
Mhm.
trying to dig into like little, all the little weird
Nuances.
nuances of stuff. But look, I will say I feel like it's maybe a touch repetitive. Like, each time it comes back to an idea, it's presenting it exactly the same as it was before.
Yeah.
Something that I like to try and see is you can go back to an idea, but present it
Differently.
something new with it, like add a new layer of melody with another guitar part, or have the drums do a different feel underneath it, or have
Mm.
a slightly different, maybe you didn't have vocals over it the last time it came around, then this time you do, or things like that. Just give me, if you're going to go back to the same ideas, I need something
Yeah, there's got to be that give and take. If you're
slightly
going to
different.
rehash on the old idea, you're going to
That's
have to give a bit of variation on it.
that's my, yeah. Again, no, this is just our tastes, guys. Like, we've fully recognized that every people are going to have different tastes to us. This is,
Yeah.
like, we've been
No,
doing the music thing for a
but
while,
really,
and
like when you look at it though, people unknowingly like it. That's what makes songs great. Like they'll go, oh, they just repeat that thing over and over again. It's like, no, but if you actually sit there and listen to it, they've left this part in and they've taken that part away, and like
Yeah,
everyone does it.
and that's I guess some of the stuff we talk about on the channel sometimes, where we say, there's things that people like about songs that they don't even know they like.
Well, okay.
There's things that people enjoy about songs. They don't even know why they enjoy the songs or why they enjoy that particular part of a song. It's just because there's some really interesting thing being done there that they can't consciously explain or understand. They don't necessarily notice, but it's vibing with the right parts of their brain without them realizing.
I think it's one of the Beyonce songs that she does where it's a bit repetitious towards the end, but all she does is move an octave every time. But she has that ability to move an octave. It's only like, and everyone's like, she's just doing the same. No, it's moving. It's moving an octave every time. She does it four times, but she's moved 4 octaves every time she's done it. She started here, she's finished here. To the layperson, she's done the same thing 4 times. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
Precisely.
That's what good songwriting is.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Let's see where this takes us. Okay. Is that a guitar solo? Okay.
And right back where it started.
Okay, cool. So
I feel like Homeboys use the Joey Jordison like thing to make the drums, because when you hear some of those rolls, it was just like it was just putting me back into space.
So I'm not sure if it was meant to be like a guitar solo or just an extra layer of guitar in there. But like when it coming back around for that last chorus there, that's exactly what we were just talking about. You go back to the chorus, but you've got like an extra layer of guitar. You got the synths a bit more prominent in there. You're revisiting that chorus idea, but but with a new like wrinkle to it.
Mm.
That's exactly what we were talking about. So I'm glad we got something of that in there. I would have liked to see a little bit more of that kind of approach through the rest of the song, but like overall, man, like I said, for people that maybe think we're being too harsh, or if you're watching this, like please don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I can see the vision you're going for, or at least I think I can. I can see where you're trying to head with this, and I dig where you're trying to head with it. I really, really do. I dig where he's trying to go with it. It's not there yet. There's a little way to go to get there, but like first fucking song, first out the gate. Like I said, I don't know if this is the first thing he's ever. Maybe this is the first thing this guy's ever released in his life. And hey, if that's the fucking case, good on you. Because genuinely, like you've already taken that first step. You've taken that first step. So many people they sit there in their fucking bedrooms working on their shit, trying to get it perfect, and they make 1,000 tweaks and it sounds different but not better, and they just get in their head about it and they don't release it for fear of it not being perfect. And perfect is the enemy of done.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard that before. That is fantastic.
It's not. I didn't come up with it. I stole it from someone. Don't give me the fucking credit for that, please.
That is fantastic.
But perfect is the enemy of done, especially when it comes to art. Okay? Art can never be perfect. It can only ever be done.
You know what the funny thing is? I guarantee if you ask most artists when they painted something they're famous for, and you ask most musicians, some of the biggest songs that they've ever made, they hate playing them, but they know they got it.
Yeah, but I don't even. I'm not even talking about that. I'm literally just talking about like perfect is the opposite of done. And done doesn't mean finished, by the way.
No.
Done just means you're done with it. Like you are not working on it anymore. You are releasing it and moving on to the next thing. And yeah, so take it from us, guys. The dude, Likboden, whoever you are, genuinely, you release some shit out into the world, which is like, that's awesome. That's awesome.
That's what we're meant to do as humans, man. We're meant to create.
I love that for you, man. Like, you've done a great job. Especially if that's the first thing you've ever released, like, you've fucking done it. You've taken that step. So, dude, if you happen to see this, maybe you will. Please keep working on your stuff, dude. Honestly, like, I think I get a vibe of where you're going, and I think that's great. I love the idea of where you're trying to get to. I want to try and keep an eye on it. I want to try and keep an eye on it, see where it goes, see what else comes out, for sure. So that's it from us for today with Likboden. We are going to have whatever links we can find for this guy's stuff down in the description. So if you enjoyed that, if you like me, if you believe in the vision, go and follow him, check him out, tell him that the Two Dudes to Talk Music sent you, and then
give him hype.
Yeah,
he might release more cool stuff.
Then when old mate is touring all over the world, just remember who was there at the start, okay?
Exactly.
Hey? All right, that's it from us today. I have been the Reverend Raph. He has been the Beer Buddy Kyle. Leave your thoughts down in the description. Not the description. You can't change the description. The comments.
Do that.
The comments. It's been a week.
It has.
Yep. Do all that good stuff. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't, downvote the shit out of it. That was Likboden with Yarnatar. Again, sorry for the bad pronunciation. If you've watched this far, you're a dead set legend. We'll catch you guys next time. Stay cool.
Peace.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really hope you had a good time. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell down there. It helps the channel grow. We are still a fairly young channel, and we like to try and grow our audience all over the world. We do also, for those of you who are interested, have a Patreon. It's just a couple of bucks a month. At the moment, you get all the videos early and ad-free, but we are working on ways to increase the value of that and make it a bit more enticing. So don't forget to keep an eye out and check back on what's going on over there. Other than that, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.